Good morning, students. Previous day we learned the lesson 3 questions, the first part. And now, today we are going to continue the same lesson. To what was the story of the first part is that three questions arised in the mind of a certain king, and he seeks to get the answer of these three questions. And in that purpose, he wants to seek the advice of a wise man who lived in a forest, in a jungle, as several several wise men or learned person gave him several answers, and he was not satisfied with their answer. That's why he want to take the advice of the hermit who lived nearby a forest. So, what were the three things? The first three things was that what is the right time to begin something? What is or whose advice would he listen is the second, and what to do with anyone is the third question arised in the mind of the hermit. Now, students, we are continuing the second part of the story. The king turned round and saw a bearded man running towards them. When the king asked his questions to the hermit at the end of the day, that time the enemy of the king ran towards them, and the king turned round to saw a bearded man running towards them. Once the king looked back, he found that a bearded man was coming running to them. His hands were pressed against his stomach, from which blood was flowing, and he pressed his stomach by his hand, as because there was an wound and blood was coming out from there. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell into the ground. When the bearded man approached near to the king, the bearded man became fainted and fell onto the ground. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. When the king took off all his clothes, he found that there is a very big wound in the stomach, in the belly of the bearded man. The king washed and covered it with his handkerchief, but the blood would not stop flowing. Then and there, what did the king? He washed the wound, he covered it with his handkerchief. Still the blood was flowing. So, again and again, the king redressed the wound until at last the bleeding stops. So the king again and again washed the wound of the bearded man, dressed up the wound of the bearded man till the blood not stops. The man felt better and asked for something to drink. When the man felt easiness and better, he asked for drink. The king brought fresh water and gave it to him. The king brought fresh cold water for him and offered it him to drink. By this time the sun had set and the air was cool. When the king offered cool water to the bearded man, mean that time sun was setting and the whole atmosphere, the whole airs become cool. The king with the hermit's help carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. With the help of the hermit, the king carried the wounded man inside the hut and laid him on the bed. The man closed his eyes and lay quiet. The man closed his eyes and remained quiet. The king, tired by his work and the work he had done, lay down on the floor and slept through the night. The king, what he did, he lay down on the floor. He was tired by walking for a long distance from his kingdom to the forest to meet the hermit, and also was tired by digging the ground which one the hermit dug. So he also slept throughout the night. When he woke, it was several minutes before he could remember where he was or who the strange bearded man lying on the bed was. In the morning, when the king woke up, it was unknown to him where he was, and the bearded man in front of him he did not recognize. Then the bearded man said, "Forgive me," said the bearded man in a weak voice. When he saw that the king was awake, when the bearded man found that the king had waked up, he begged for a pardon to him. Then the king replied, "I don't know you and have nothing to forgive you for," said the king. The king replied in curiosity, "You are unknown to me. I don't know you. And why are you asking for a forgiveness, for a pardon?" Then the bearded man replied, "You do not know me, but I knew." The bearded man told to the king that I am unknown to me. Sorry, you are unknown to me. You don't know me, but I know you. You are known to me. I am that enemy of yours who saw revenge on you. So revenge means want to take revenge. So the bearded man told the king that I am your enemy. I want to take revenge to you because you put my brother to death and seized my property. What was the reason? The reason was that I want to kill you. That is, you put my brother to death. That means you killed my brother and you seized my all property. You taken away all my property. That's why I wish to kill you and I am your enemy. The bearded man told to the king, I knew you had gone alone to see that hermit, and I made up my mind to kill you on your way home. I knew it was a information to me. What was the information? The information was that you had gone to the forest to take the hermit's suggestion, advice, and I hope I will kill you on your way home. But the day passed, and you did not return. When the day is over and you did not return from the hermit's hut, so I left my hiding place and came upon your bodyguard. What I did, I come out from my hiding place, and when I come out from my hiding place, your bodyguard came in front of me, who recognized me and wounded me. Your bodyguard recognized me and stabbed me and wounded me. I escaped from him, but I should have died if you had not dressed my wounds. I myself remain alive by escaping from your bodyguard. But it was the reason, if you do not take care to me, then I would have died, as because blood was flowing from my wounds. I wish to kill you, and you have saved my life. So, my Lord, I want to kill you, but against my wishing, you have saved my life. If I live, I will serve you as your most faithful servant, and will order my sons to do the same. Forgive me. The bearded man assured the king, if he will live further, he would serve him as his faithful servant, and also ordered his son, and also he will ordered his son to do the same thing. And again he begged for the pardon, for the forgiveness. Students, what we see here? We see that as you do, so you get the result. You see, the first thing, the wounded man or the enemy of the king want to take revenge to the king. And so he get hurt by his bodyguard according to his deed. On the other hand, you see that the king nourished, the king treat the wounded man, the enemy, and he become his friend, and that's why he is alive. So what we see here, we see that what we did, we get the same result. The king was very happy to have made peace with his enemy so easily, and to have won him over as a friend. And for this reason, the king become very happy. Why the king become very happy? Because the king had made a peace with his enemy, and it was very easy. There was no any heart attacks, and to have won him over as a friend, and because the wounded man or the bearded man become his friends easily. That's why the king was happy. He not only forgive him, but said he would send his servants and his own doctor to look after him, and he promised to give back the man his property. Then, in reply to the bearded man's act, the king not only forgave him, not only pardoned him, but also he promised to send his servants to look after him, his doctors to look after him, and he promised to give back the man his property, all the property, whatever the king had seized by killing his brother, he will give back to him or he will return him. Leaving the wounded man, the king went out of the hut and looked round for the hermit. When they make friendship and ended their conversation, the king came out from the hut and looked for the hermit, where he was. Before going away, he wished once more to get answer to his questions. As because the king had gone there to seek the answer of his question, and he wished once more again if he will get the answer from the hermit, and that's why he was looking for the hermit. The hermit was on his knees, sowing seeds in the beds that had been dug the day before. In that time, the hermit was working on his beds. He was sowing the seeds, the beds they had been dug previous day. The king went up to the hermit and said, "For the last time, I beg you to answer my question, wise man." With a polite request, the king said to the hermit, the wise man, for the last time, for the final time, I again beg you, please answer my questions. For that purpose I have come here.